Hello friends, welcome to Crack Kit CSE. So as I promised you in the previous video that we'll be discussing two important questions in the next video. So this is our first important question that we have to discuss. So if you have not watched my previous videos of computer organization, please watch those particular videos, as this particular subject should be studied in a continuation. Because if you try to study in between from middle of the subject, you might not be getting all the topics uh, in a very efficient way, right? So it's better to follow the complete playlist from starting. You will be getting very important knowledge so that you can solve questions in just few minutes, right? So see, this is a question that consider following hypothetical format. So this is a hypothetical format is given where sine is of 1 byte, bias exponent is of 7 byte, and mantissa is of 12 bits. Sorry, so these all are in bits, not in bytes. So this data is given as minus 13.75 into 2 to the power 12. And what they are saying that what is the hexadecimal equivalent. So we have to find out the hexadecimal equivalent of this particular data. When data is stored is A is without normalization, B is with normalization. So there are two questions inside this one question. So these kind of questions are very important for your exam. So first of all, I already explained you that what should be your approach. So first of all, you should start with the raw data as we did in the previous example. So first of all, what is the raw data over here? Write down the raw data. So the raw data is 13.75 into 2 is to the power 12, right? Now just change this into the binary. So if you change this in binary, this 13 can be written as 1101. I'm keeping this negative sign as it is. 0.75 can be written as 1 1, and this 2 to the power is 12 is same. Now what we have to do is, see, we have to perform without normalization. So as we are not supposed to perform the normalization, we will not be performing the mantissa alignment like we did in the previous example. So we adjusted this point, right? So earlier it was 110.01, so we have shifted the values on the right hand side to make sure it is in a 1.m format. So this 1.m is a normalization, but here they are asking that you do not need to perform the normalization. So we have to directly store this particular value in the memory. Store in memory, right? So if we have to store this in memory, first of all we have to place the bit for the sign. So first of all we check the sign, it is negative, so I am putting it 1 over here, right? So this is done. Next task is, so this is for sign, next task is check for the biased exponent. So how we can find out the biased exponent? It is equals to actual exponent plus bias, and this actual exponent is 12, right? So this 12 can be written as 1100, but here the biased exponent needs to be of 7 bits, so I am just padding 3 zeros here, so it will be of 7 bits, right? Next is bias. We have to find out the bias. So bias is 2 to the power 7 minus 1, that is 2 to the power 6 minus 1, that is 64 minus 1 is 63. And how you can write 63? 63 is nothing but 0 1 1 1 1 1 1. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. No, sorry, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, so this is 63. Now we have to add these values. This will be 1 1 1 and 1 0, this is 1 1 and 1 is 0, this is 0 1. So this will be the output, that is 1 0 0 1 0 1 1. So this is what, this is our biased exponent. So I am storing biased exponent here, 1 0 0 1 0 1 1. Now we have to store the mantissa. So what is mantissa over here? It is 1 1 only, so we will be storing 1 1, and but here you can see that it needs to be of 12 bits, but here we are having only 11 bits, so I will be adding 10 zeros over here, and so on. So 10 zeros are here. Now what they are asking is, we have to find out the hexadecimal equivalent. So just convert this particular value into the hexadecimal value. So I'm just writing it down in a proper binary format, like 1 sign bit, then this 1 0 0, these values 1 0 1 1, again 1 1 0 0. Now here we have to add up the 10 zeros, right? So 2 are there, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, so 10 zeros. So this is the particular binary value. Now we have to change it into the hexadecimal format. For that, what we have to do is we have to pair it out in a 4 values, right? Now this is 1 1 0 0, that means this is what, 12, this is what, 8 9 10 and 11, this is 11, this is again 12, and this is 0, and this is 0. And in hexadecimal, this 12 is representing using alphabet C, this 11 is represented using B, this 12 is using C, this is 0 which is same as 0, and this is 0 which is same as 0. So what is the final value? Final value is C B C 0 0. So this is the final result or hexadecimal equivalent without normalization. Right, now let's quickly move on to the normal second part, which is with normalization. So just let me change this paper first. So now we have to do the same question in the normalization way. So again, start with the raw data. So we are having the raw data as minus 13.75 into 2 to the power 12. Convert it into the binary. So binary is minus 1101.11 into 2 to the power 12. So this is same as the previous one, but now here we have to perform the normalization. Performing the normalization means it should be in 1.m format, which is nothing but, for that we have to do is mantissa alignment. So we'll be shifting these three values onto the right hand side. So it will be minus 1.10111 into 2 to the power 12 plus how many values we have shifted? 3 to the right. So 12 plus 3 will be 15. So final value is minus 1.10111 into 2 to the power 15. Now this value is ready to be stored in the actual format. So first is sign. So let me directly store. So first is sign. Sign is what? 1 as the value is negative. So next is we have to move on to the biased exponent. To find out the biased exponent, we have to find out the AE plus bias. What is the actual exponent? 15. So 15 can be written as 1 1 1 1, but it has to be in 7 bits. So I am adding 3 zeros in the MSB position. So this is 15. Now what is the bias? For bias we have already calculated. It is 0 1 1 1 1 1. So is it 0 1 1 1 1? Adding these values, what we will be getting is, it will be 0 1 and 1. So this is 3 1, this is 3 1, this is 3 1, this is 2 0, this is 2 0, right? So 1 0 0 1 1 1 0. So this is our biased exponent. So I am storing it here, 1 0 0 1 1 1 0, right? Now we have to store this value, as mantissa is nothing but the fraction. So it is 1 0 1 1 1. So these are the 5 values, but here we need 12. That means we have to add 7 more zeros, right? So I'm just writing it down like 7 zeros, right? 7 zeros. So when we are converting into the hexadecimal equivalent, we'll be taking care of that. Now what is the binary value? So I'm just writing the binary values like we did over here. So it is 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1. Now we have to write 7 zeros. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So just let me shift it. All right, so 7 zeros. Now we have to pair it in a 4 values, because we have to find out the hexadecimal equivalent. So this 4 along with this 4, these 4 along with these 4 along with these 4. So this is 12, which is nothing but C. Now this is 14. 14 is nothing but E in hexadecimal, right? And this is B, and this one is 8, and this one is 0. So what is the final value? CEB80. So this is the final value with normalization. So I'm just writing it here, with normalization, right? So this is how you can find out the values with and without normalization. So there is one more question that we have to discuss. So just let me write down this question first over here, then we'll be proceeding with the discussion. So here we are having our second question. So in the second question, the hypothetical format is given, which is same as the previous one, that is sine, biased exponent and mantissa is of 1, 7 and 13 bits respectively. The data is given as OX. So this OX represents the hexadecimal value. So this gives you a hint that we are talking about the hexadecimal value. So the actual value start after this X. So this is the actual value that we have to process. And here it is given that this biased exponent, this particular floating point data format is designed using the axis bias. So we know that if it is given that we have axis bias, then the bias will be equals to 2 to the power n divided by 2. So only this thing changes, right? And we have to find out the actual decimal value after storing this particular value. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to go with the raw data, and raw data is 3FC00. This OX tells you that it is a hexadecimal value. So let me write down here hexadecimal. So we have to convert this hexadecimal value into the binary first. So this 3 can be written as 0011. This F is 1111. This C is 1100, and these two zeros 0000, and this one is 0000. So this is the actual binary value that we are having, right? And now if I have to store it like in this format, right? So I'm just storing it in the same way, right? So this was not 13, this was 12 bits, right? So this was the confusion that I'm getting over here. So this is 12 bits. So 1 bit is for this 3 plus 4, 7 bits are for biased exponent, and these 12 bits are for the mantissa. So this is sine, this is biased exponent, and this is mantissa, right? So first of all, sine is 0, that means the value is positive. So first thing is sine, which is 0, that means the value is positive, right? Second is biased exponent. So we have to find out the actual exponent. So to find out the actual exponent, right? To find out the actual exponent, just let me write it down. It is equals to BE minus bias, and this BE is given. So BE is 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? And what is the bias? 2 to the power 7 divided by 2, that means 2 to the power 60. 2 to the power 6, which is nothing but the 64. 60 by 4 can be written as 10000000. So if you subtract this from this, what you will be getting? You will be getting 1 1 1 1 1 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1, right? So this is what we are getting. Now we have to check the sign of the actual exponent. For this we have to compare this bias BE value with this bias. So here you can see that this BE is less than bias. So this BE is less than bias, that means the actual exponent is negative, right? And if the actual exponent is negative, what we have to do is we have to find out the 2's complement of this actual exponent that we are getting after subtraction. And if we find out the 2's complement of these particular values, it will be 0 0 0 0 0 0 1, which is nothing but 1. So this is 1, and we have already analyzed that this is negative. So this is minus 1, right? Now let's try to convert it into the format. So first of all, what it will be equals to 0.11, right? This will be equals to 0.11, and this 1 is a valid digit along with the sign, which is positive, into 2, which is base, and the exponent is minus 1. So this is the complete format. Now we have to denormalize it to shift this 1 to the right hand side, right? So what we'll be doing, it will be 0.111 into 2 to the power minus 1. As we have shifted this 1 to the right hand side, so we'll be adding 1 to it, which it will be equals to 0.111, and this will be 2 to the power 0, which is equals to 1. Now if you change this particular value into the decimal, this is 0.5, this is 0.25, and this is 0.125, I think, right? So if you add all these values, you will be getting 0.875. so this is the final decimal value of this particular data when it is processed, right? So this is how you can solve these kind of questions. These questions are very important and can be asked in your exam as well. So thank you very much for your time, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel and make sure you press the bell icon so that you can get an update whenever I am uploading any new video. So thank you very much for your time. Keep supporting, keep learning. Have a great day.